So the point when the website, right? So now I got some clients, and all of a sudden my friend comes to me, hey, website's ready. We had to do all this stuff because you can't just build a website on GoDaddy and or Wix and open a website. You know, it can be traced, all this stuff. It's got to be untraceable, right? So
yeah.
So we couldn't do that. So the way that we had to get around it was you have to host it in a different country, in a country where steroids are legal, and you have to host the website out of a different country, and which isn't easy because.
What countries are steroids legal in?
Oh, geez, I used to have a whole list of them. I think we used the Isle of Man because the Isle of Man steroids are legal. That was because my website was bdsupplements.im, and the IM stood for Isle of Man.
Where's that?
I don't even know. I just picked it because the domain was cheap.
It sounds good.
In this country it was legal.
Yeah. Sounds like a cool island.
Yeah. Their flag is really crazy too. If you ever look up the Isle of Man flag, it's crazy. Anyways, yeah. So you have to host it out of the country. So this way, if the United States, you know, if the FBI was to get into your case, then they would go and trace it. It would go out of the country, and in that country, they have no jurisdiction outside the country. So they can't search and go in, and you host your emails from out there too, right? So they can't go and get all this information that could obviously put you away. So that's the idea. So we finally did that, and it took a little bit to set that up, but now we have a website. So I just go, and I go back. So, and the moderators told me, they said, listen, if you want to do this, you have to do it the right way. Here's the rules, set up a website, blah, 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 get back to us. So we did that. And then, I remember it was another just spur of the moment thing. I put that information in, and nothing happened. Like I didn't notice anything for like days. And I'm like, well, this didn't even do anything. Like nobody cared. And then one day I think I woke up in the morning and all of a sudden I had like 2 or 3 times the amount of emails that I usually have. And I'm like, what the heck happened? And I had all these, you know, people saying, hey, saw you on Steroids here. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, what is all that? Where did all this business come from? So I go, and sure enough, now I have the source tag under my name, and I'm up officially.
They labeled you a source.
Yeah. You get a special label. I'm up officially on the, now everything I have is posted, my list in the official source section. So people know that they can go there. And so now here I am, boom. I'm officially a source on the largest anabolic steroid source forum in the world. And then from there, I just kind of kept instilling the same business practices, and it absolutely blew up. Like before, and this more than I ever could have dreamed possible. Or so let me, I have to say it this way. So before I started, I lived in my grandmother's house. I made no money. There was times when I had to go, I had $5 to eat for the day. And I used to get those back when McDonald's used to sell double cheeseburgers for $1. I would buy like 4 of those, and that would be my food for the entire day. Like, you know, and people would ask, hey, do you want to go to Applebee's or something tonight? I'm like, I can't, I don't have any money for that. So I went from that, and then I got a job at the hospital, right? So, and I worked my ass off, and I made $9 an hour. After taxes, I brought home $275 a week. I could not survive on that kind of income. And it was just kind of a mess. So I did all this stuff, right? And I finally start this thing, and it freaking, and so when I started this, right, I was like, when I started the whole thing, I said to myself, if I could make $200 or $300 extra a week, that would be perfect. I'll be right in, you know, I'll be making like $600 or $700 a week. Oh, I'll be comfortable. Yeah. Everything will be great. That would be perfect. That would be my ideal situation. $200 or $300 extra a week. And I thought that was too much. I was like, I don't think, you know, that's overzealous. Right? I don't think that's going to happen. When I got put on that source forum, like, and I started instilling these same business practices that I talk about, being nice to my customers and all this stuff. I mean, it freaking blew apart. Within 6 months, I was bringing in $21,000 a week. I just like everything just blew apart, and it got overwhelming, the amount of business, the amount of work. I was doing everything by myself at first. And I never dreamed that I could make this much money, or never dreamed that anything like this would happen.
How does your mind frame change when it's all of a sudden the faucet is full blast?
It was crazy.
Like a lot of people talk about, you know, the pursuit of wealth, like the pursuit of wealth, always trying to figure out a way to like reach that next level. Mm-hmm. And then people who have reached it and then some, it just becomes, now I'm just worried about losing it. I want to make sure I can maintain this. I want to make sure I don't lose everything.
There is an element about that. Let me tell you where my mind frame went, and that will come into play later. Well, actually, right about here it comes into play. Yeah, it does. It comes into play right here. So when I started bringing in this kind of money, and so one morning I wake up again, right? This is probably, I don't know, 6 months into it, if that, maybe we went 4 months. And I had done a shift at the emergency room the night before. I get off at 11. I work till 5 a.m. I work during the shift, right? Answering emails. When I get home, I got to pack all the orders. Now it's to the point where there's 20 of them. And I got to pack all the orders. I got to go collect all the money from Western Union, which is just tedious. Mm-hmm. So I got to go myself and collect all this money.
So you have like multiple different accounts with Western Union, so you can, because there's only 20 grand a year you said you can take out, right?
Right. So what I started doing pretty early is getting other people's IDs. Mm. And I used to pay people for their ID. Give me your ID. And it doesn't matter if it looks just remotely like you, it's fine. I would tell the people to send the money in this name. Okay, I have 3 different IDs.
So you're paying them for their IDs.
Yeah, I just pay people for their IDs, and then they go get another one for $10, right, from the DMV.
Yeah.
So I got to go pick up. So now I wake up one morning. I have freaking 200 emails right in the morning, and I've never had that many, before. And I got to go to work. I got to go collect all the money from last night that I picked up from all the emails I did last night. I got to pack 20 more orders. Who knows how many more are in these 200 emails? There's probably another 20 or 30 or 40 orders in there.
You're still doing all by yourself?
I got to go collect all this money. I got to go do a 9-hour shift at the emergency room. And it just freaking slammed into me. And after all this, I have after I pick up all this money, I have $100,000 in my cash at my house. And I have never, ever dreamed that I would ever be able to hold that kind of money. And now I'm just like, this is too big. Like I fucked up in the way that this is too successful. I'm going to get caught. I cannot keep doing this. This is out of control. I have to stop. And I just I'm not a person who's prone to panic attacks, but if I ever had a panic attack, it was right here. I remember sitting down in my head, burying my head in my hands and just saying, I can't do this. I got to quit. This is too big. I'm going to get caught. So I said,
why did you keep the job at the emergency room?
I don't for very much longer.
Okay. But, I was going to say maybe to keep yourself off the Fed's radar.
There was an element of legitimacy that I wanted to keep, but there became a point pretty quickly where I couldn't keep it. So I got my head buried in my hands. I'm just like, I can't do this. And okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill all these orders for the people who've paid money. I'm going to tell everybody else I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I'm just going to stop because this is absolutely out of control. And so I'm just sitting there. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm starting to feel a little better. I got a plan in place. All right. And then what hit me almost immediately is the thought of, because I used to get emails every day from my clients, every single day throughout the whole operation, of people thanking me for what I did. Thank you. You have given me the ability to be a better husband to my wife, a better father to my children. I enjoy life now. I'm confident. I can finally have sex with my wife. I have energy to play with my kids. My whole life is better because of what you do and how available and cheap and easy to obtain you make this testosterone, right? Or these products.
Right.
You have made my life better, and I want to thank you for that. And I got that every single day.
Wow.
And that drives a massive, intense dose response, right? So the first thing I thought of was I got to go tell these 1,000 guys or so that I'm not going to help them anymore. That they're going to have to go back to being poor husbands, poor fathers to their children, having a worse life because I'm a little overwhelmed and anxiety ridden right now. And I had the overwhelming feeling that I was a part of something bigger than myself, which I was. This was bigger than me. It's not about me anymore. So that right there, like, kicked me into gear to say that, fuck that, fuck this, I can do this. And I just after thinking about that, I put my head down and I said, fuck it, I can do this. I'm going to make this happen.